Hey, everybody. Welcome to Life with Marlene. Sorry about all the time changes and everything. It's been such a busy day. Thank you all so much for being here, supporting the channel. Hey, Lashes, how are you? Welcome. Happy Wednesday, everybody. How is everyone doing? Those of you who are here supporting live and those who watch on the replay, how has your week been so far? Um, how has your week been, Lashes? And anybody who comes in, how has your week been? All I can say is recently this weather has been so unbearably hot that I don't even want to go outside anymore. It's so hot. And I'm going to put up this banner. Today I want to talk to you guys about jealousy. You know, I feel like jealousy is so hard to deal with, you know, and sometimes you understand why people may be jealous, but sometimes you don't. Sometimes it's for no reason. People will just be jealous of you for nothing. Like, you're like, you jealous of me for what? Like, it's crazy to me. Good. You're good. You're in traffic. Well, thank you so much for being here, Lashes. Be safe. So I'm going to get into this topic here. Jealousy. Jealousy. And let's start off with jealousy with friends. For a long time, I used to have that problem that because I've always been a person that I've always lived life, enjoyed myself, able to do certain things. And unfortunately, sometimes people who we think are our friends are not our friends. It's just a pretending thing. They're just saying that they're close friends with us, and they don't like us at all. People who we think are friends are really trying to plan a way to see us fall flat on our face. They smile in our face and they're ready to stab us in our back. So be careful of the people who you say are your friends. I think friends is a term that is used way too loosely. People talk about they're your friends. But I always say, but what have you done for me lately? It's not always about a financial thing, but there's many ways to be a friend. you know Emotional support, spiritual support. Sometimes all it takes for you is you just need someone to just check on you and say, hey, how are you doing? Or I'm just thinking about you. Of course, if it's in your means and you can help somebody financially, then by all means, then do that. But a lot of people think friendship is only financial. So when you have the money, that's when you see people hang around. That's when you find out who really are your people when you're struggling in any aspect of your life, when you're going through an emotional crisis, when you're struggling spiritually, when you're struggling with a health problem. It's really when you're going through something. When you look around and you see those same people, whether you rise or you fall, they're right there. I was like, and make sure you show some appreciation for those people. You like to have people around when you elevate and things are doing good and you accomplish things. Who doesn't want people? But for me, I feel like the most important time to have those hype people, my team, is when things are not so good. When you're going through a struggle and those people are right there, say, I'm right here on your side. I love the type of friends that you don't even have to say, I need your help. They just, they automatically, they see what you need and they just will do it for you, without question. It's rare to find good friends these days that won't backstab you or abandon you or something. Friends is relative these days. That's why when people say my friend, that's not a friend. People need to understand that you can know people, you can be associates with these people, but those are not your friends. Got to stop using that term so loosely. My friend this, and my friend that. Your friend isn't doing anything for you. Your friend has not supported you, called you, texted you, tried to get together, spend some time. And, for a lot of people, they think that it's all financial. Well, I don't have any money to do anything. You don't have to do anything. You just hang out together. Go to a park. Just talk. You know, watch a movie. It doesn't always have to be that you have to go out and do things that, of course, those things are fun to have a friend and go out and do some fun things. But also, a friend is really a person when you're in dire need of some support. And people don't understand that you could be the strong friend in relationships, and everybody needs a friend. So, you can't always just lean on your friends to be there and support you. I always say check on your strong friends, the people that everybody depends on, the one that everybody says, oh, wow, they're such a good person. They're this, they're that. They're always helping everybody. But also, they need to be encouraged too. They also need to be supported, told that they're loved and they're appreciated. So, those of you who really do have some true blue good friends that have been there for in all of your downs, and let's just be honest, there's a lot more downs than there is ups, you know. And here on social media, that people just show the highlight reel. So a lot of things that can happen to you in your life, but you know, being content creators, we don't really like to highlight the things, the tough times, the dark times that we have. We just like to show the good things. So I understand that part because the majority of people don't want to watch negative things or sad things, but it's everyday life. So now that we've talked about, friends and what good friends are, I will say that I can count my true friends on one hand. I only have 4 good friends that I can depend on them for anything. Like I can call them anytime. You know, they've flown across the country to be here to support me when I needed them. Same thing as well when they needed me, I've shown up for them. So it's showing up for people that are your friends. And for me, some of my closest friends are have become my family, because family for me is those who love you regardless of what you're going through. And so sometimes, unfortunately, your friends can be better to you than your own blood. Hey, DJ Ron, welcome. How you doing? Thank you so much for being here, and happy Wednesday to you. Sometimes we can have some good friends that will be there for us more than family. Unfortunately, family is not always good to us, not always good for us. It can be a very toxic environment, and we can have friends that can stick closer and tighter to us than our own blood. So don't just think that uh, family has to be a person related to you by blood. I've had some friends that have been over backwards for me way more than my own blood, you know. So appreciate those people. So if you have some really good friends out there, call them, you know, call them, tell them how much they matter to you. You know, don't take one moment for granted. If you have a good friend, don't wait to show them some type of appreciation. Do a kind deed. It doesn't have to be a big thing, a small deed. Just show them that you care about them. Don't take them for granted and think they will always be there. Every day at a time, every day has its own problems, anxieties, stressors. So, those who are there for you as a friend and supporting you, remember to support them as well. So let's go on to jealousy and the family. Hey, Liz, welcome. How are you? Let's talk about jealousy and the family. Mm, boy, I feel like that's something that should not even be. Somebody who is in your own family. Like, why should your own family be jealous of you? But it happens every day. You see family, and they just have made their own determination about you, about who you are, maybe from your past. Maybe you've had a dark past, and you've done some things that maybe not be the best choices in life, but people can change. I'm proof of that. I haven't always been the best person, but I'm woman enough to, I'm not ashamed of my past. My past has made me who I am today. And unfortunately, family will throw in your face the things that you've done 10, whatever plus years ago. So be careful about the toxicity in the family. Just because they're your family, it doesn't mean that you have to take what they put out. Doesn't mean you have to listen to their foolishness. Doesn't mean you have to do anything for them, and vice versa. Some family members think that because you're whoever you are to them, that you have to do everything for them and be everything that you need, regardless of how they feel. And they don't check on you, and they take advantage of you. And the more you give is the more they want. So it's tough dealing with family. And it's a Terrence kind of thing, talked about that yesterday, about are you walking on eggshells around certain people. And for me, I found that I was doing that a lot. I was walking on eggshells around my family. I didn't feel like I could ever do enough for them. I could never make them happy. It's like the more that I would do for them, the less they would appreciate me, and the more that they would want. Oh, you did this? How about you do four more things? And before I could even finish those four things, and do this when you're done with that. So I had to learn to pull back a little bit from family for a while, and and just let them figure out things and do things for themselves. And it's not as easy as it seems. Like when people say just cut them off, it's more involved than that. Sometimes you are the person that if you don't do things, then it won't be done. But you definitely have to work on delegating, and letting people make some decisions for themselves, letting them make poor decisions. Let them do things. You don't have to constantly fix things for them and do everything for them. Let people be accountable for their own self and take care of their own self. And it's hard in a family, especially. Shout out to all the moms out there. Shout out to all the dads, the aunties, grandmas, and grandpas, aunties and uncles out there, you know, helping to raise secure children in this society, amongst a society that will absolutely make you feel like you're losing your mind. This society doesn't celebrate us, all the things that we do, all the times that we kept it together when you could have lost your mind. So don't let this life take you out of here and make you be 6 feet under the ground, because that's what I was doing, wearing myself thin, always doing for everybody. Gotta let people take care of their own business, you know, make them do things for themselves, clean and cook and pay their own bills and make poor decisions. And, we don't like to see people make poor decisions, and we don't like to see people not have certain things, but you got to let them do some things for themselves. It all shouldn't be on that burden, shouldn't be all on your shoulders. Yeah. Lift the weight off yourself. You can only do so much. You're only one person. There's only so much that you can do as a woman or as a man. There's only so much you can do. And we have to be okay with that and say, I'm doing the best that I can, but this is all I'm going to be able to do. And then an issue that I had is I started feeling guilty when I couldn't do things because I had got them into the habit to where I had disabled them. I had made them be completely dependent on me to do things that, they didn't know how to do certain things for themselves. So you take away people's independence when you don't let them do things for themselves. Hey, Leticia, welcome. Thank you so much for your support, and thanks to everybody who's in the chat. I would appreciate it if you could because it helps my analytics. So yeah, I had to, in the family, when it comes to jealousy, boy, is it something. And it's so hard when you see that family is jealous of you. And I used to always say, like, what are you jealous of? What am I doing? I just feel like I'm just being me. But some family members honestly just don't like you. There's no reason. There's no reason why they don't like you. They just don't. Maybe they're not doing anything with their life, and they're just going to be jealous of the fact that you're doing things with your life. You're happy. You're making things happen. You're not miserable. No, family sometimes they don't like to see you happy. They want you to be miserable just like them. And especially if you have a nice family life with, if you're happy in a relationship, if you have kids and you're taking good care of your kids, they want something to go wrong in your life so that they can talk about you. And that is so sad within the family. They want to see something go wrong with you so they can talk about you to other family members. It's so much negativity and toxicity within the family. And, jealousy is just one of them. And I believe it's no reason for that. It's no reason to be jealous of another person when they could go out and achieve a dream. They could go out and do something for themselves. If you don't like your life, then do something to have a life that you want or you like. But family members, it can be very difficult to deal with family. Very difficult because they're a piece of work. They're hard to cope with. They make you so mad. They do things and then they get mad at you when you call them out on things. They think they can say and do anything to you, and you're just supposed to accept it. You're supposed to be okay with the way that they treat you, the way they backstab other people in the family, or the ones that have been enabled because someone in the family is treating them like they're 2 years old with their bad behavior. So, you know, people don't like when you call them out. I can say that that's the case in my family. When you call them out and you tell them what they're about, they hate you forever. And they're always going to have something to say about you, your children, your parenting style, or anything, or how you look, whether your weight is up or down, who you're in a relationship with, all kinds of things like what you have, your material possessions. Family is just it's just can be all too much sometimes. I'm happy for those of you who have a really great family dynamic and don't have to deal with this, but I have it very bad in my family. A lot of jealousy because you're pursuing your dreams and you're enjoying your life and you're happy. It's not like I that just happened overnight. I made a lot of plans. No, I was consistent and I made determination for myself to be happy. And the ones that are jealous of you is the ones who just sit down and they don't try to do anything. They're just looking at your life and they want what you have. Hey, Faith with Rachel, how are you? Happy Wednesday to you. Good to see you. Yeah, there's a lot of family members and they're jealous for no reason. They're jealous that you have peace. They're jealous that you have forgiven yourself and you can walk around and smile. And they'll say things like, "What do you have to be happy about?" They're just some miserable individuals sometimes in our families. And it makes it hard for us to be around them and to deal with them. It's not like we hate our family. I'm doing great, Rachel. How about yourself? It's not like we hate our families, but we can hate the way they treat us sometimes. Family can just like they don't even say hi to you good when they see you. It's like as soon as they see you, oh, what are you doing with your life? You still doing this? You still doing that? Oh, that's working out. Or if they see you, that it has to be something negative like, oh, you gained weight, or you're not doing this, or why don't you buy this car? They're always speaking about material things, or the ones that only will call you when they want something from you financially. Hey, Bill, how are you? Welcome. It's some that will only call you when they want some money. And that's a red flag for me. I love them, but I love them at a distance. You know, don't only call me when your bills are due, or the ones that will only call you, friends and family, only when they have problems in their relationship so they can spill all the tea on everything that's going wrong with them. But the moment things are good, you don't hear from them. And that's oh, that is so toxic. It's so toxic to have family that is like that. Yeah, I have some good people in my family. I have about I would say about 15 family members that I'm really close to, but then the rest of them. Mm-mm. And it's not because I don't love them. I do. I love them, but I love myself more. I can't deal with the jealousy and the backbiting and the gossip and always trying to start drama in the family. I know some of you have people like that and they're jealous of you. And, jealousy can really divide a family. It really can. That jealousy And just it starts with some lies, someone saying a lie about you, or half truths. So part of it was true, but the other part, they made that up. Or it's like the game telephone. They tell one person, and then that person adds something, and another person adds something, and by the time it gets back to you, it's a completely different story. So when you hear family say something about you, I don't know, it hits completely different. Like it's a whole different type of hurt. It's like we expect other people on the outside. You expect a person who is a friend or a coworker or just a stranger in general to do and say things to us, because that way you can be like, okay, whatever, they don't matter. But when somebody is related to you by blood, it's much harder to mm, it's so much harder to process that emotionally and mentally. It's hard to process that. Like it makes no sense why they're doing what they're doing. I had a long time. It took me a long time before I could process all of those things, and to stop being angry at them for that. You know, I can only speak about my family, but it was a tough life. It was a tough growing up, and everybody in the family, they had different circumstances. I come from a big family, and in a big family, they didn't communicate. I have no idea what they were going through. I'm sure they were going through their own personal issues, just like I was. So, especially them being older than me. So I had to learn to just being happy with myself and just forgetting about everything else. Anything that wasn't making me happy, any family member that made me feel bad about myself, that made me like question who I was. Yeah, I had to pull away from them, just ignore them so that I could be happy. So we talked about jealousy with friends, jealousy with family. Let's talk about jealousy on the job. You know, when you're working, whatever your job is, you could even say, being on social media, that's a job too. But when you're going into a job, you're dealing with a job, people on the job can make your job miserable. I've had jobs that I absolutely love the job, but I had to leave the job because of the people who work there. Some people can make you feel miserable and just jealous of you. They don't like you for some reason. Maybe they don't like your personality. Maybe they don't like that you're a hard worker. Maybe they don't like your skills. Maybe you're educated. Or they may not like you because the way they look, or for no reason at all. Some people just automatically, as soon as you show up, they're not going to like you. So I had to learn to process that as well, and not to take it personally when people don't like me. That's not an easy thing to do. You have to learn to be okay with who you are. And you do. You have to learn to be okay with who you are, with just, don't worry about who likes you, especially on the job. You're there to make money. And I used to always get upset because people would bring all of their personal problems to the job. And I guess I'm the type of person where I don't go to work to socialize. For me, work and my private life never go together. Leticia said it can be the energy. Yeah, The energy on the job can be very, very toxic and draining, and people can make your energy feel off. They can drain you, just, and the vibe just may not just be what you need. And unfortunately, I've had to leave some jobs because of that very reason. People just don't like you or lie on you. Like Leticia said, the energy may be off, or just the workload, you know. Since the pandemic, they're scaling back the amount of employees, so you're having to do more work for the same pay, and it's a recipe for burnout. So make sure you're taking care of yourself. Those who are still employed, um, take care of yourself. Make sure you're taking your vacation and you're getting your rest, because the environment on the job can be completely toxic, and the things that people will say, it really can hurt your feelings. Um, I suffer with that for a long time, and it probably shouldn't matter. I don't know if anybody is like me, but when I feel uncomfortable on the job, it's like I will completely isolate myself from everybody at the job. And then people will think you don't like them. No, it's just you're in a self preservation mode, that you're just you're there physically, but mentally you're not. You just kind of, you're there, and that's it. I'm doing my job. I'm not here to talk to you. I'm not here to like you, because once people like backstab you, say things, try to get you fired, do wrong things. I know you all know about the cattiness on the job, and especially when that was the case for me. You show up at a job and you're more educated and younger. And older people don't like that because you threaten their job. We just hired 2 new nurses here, and boy, you aren't kidding, because our workloads have been heavier since losing a lot of folks. Yeah, I know, Leticia, especially in healthcare. I'm not saying every, I think all jobs have gotten more difficult, but especially in healthcare, it's, yeah, the loads are heavier, and you're having to have more patients, and, it's the same pay, and the patients are stressed out and they're anxious. It makes it very difficult for you to do your job. But I have a great director who tells us to not worry about our work and enjoy our life when we get off work. Oh, that's amazing, Leticia. I always say that the management will either make you or break you. They'll make you want to stay on the job, or they'll make you want to leave the job. Because I've had a management that was completely ruthless, negative, and evil towards me. Just like, I had one that says, I don't care how you feel. Come into work. And I was like they don't get it. Or like, I've had a boss that was tell me, like, when I was having issues um with with myself, my lady times, as I call it. And she was saying, "Oh, I have my lady. You're just using that as an excuse. You need to come into work." Excuse me? Everybody doesn't have the same health problems. And what you can handle is a whole different thing for me. Sometimes, unfortunately, some women think because they're a woman too, that they go through things in the same way. Everybody has different health problems. And the same thing for men. I'm not a man. I have no idea the things that men go through, but the ones that I do talk to, you know, you have to always prove how much of a man that you are. You always have to prove how strong you are. And men aren't supposed to act vulnerable in any way. And men are never supposed to show their emotions. But that's not true. Men are human beings. Men have feelings, they get burnt out, they get tired, you know, but people on the job and they can be jealous of you. And I know I didn't put it on here, but people can be jealous of you even in like, have you ever gone to the gym and you're trying to exercise and stuff and you're picking up one weight and then somebody comes on you on the opposite side and they try to mirror you and they're trying to do everything that you do. They're following you around. I was like, even at the gym, are you safe anywhere from people being jealous of you or people trying to determine what you are and what you're about? They have no idea about your life. People don't know how to have their own life and their own goals. They're so busy worrying about yours and what you're doing. I think it's ridiculous. You just I feel like for me, like the gym is my place to escape from all the problems. It's like how I deal with getting my stress out, either walking on the treadmill or the elliptical or the bike or running something or being in the pool or being in the dance classes or exercise classes. Got to do something to get all this stress off of you from life, you know, your children, your stress, the things you're dealing with mentally and emotionally, things you got to cope with on the job and in your family. It's so hard to maintain your mental health when you're around people who do everything to jeopardize it. Family, especially, they do things that makes you feel like you just want to like go after them and like physically put hands on them because they just do so much. And they always make it seem like they're not doing anything and they aggravate you until you lash out. And then that's what everybody else sees. And same thing on the job and with friends. People only see the things that you do when everything comes to a head, but they don't see all of the things that they have done to you. Everybody can only take so much when it comes to jealousy and backbiting and lies being spread and gossip and all of that. Everybody has a breaking point, even in friendships. Something that I did not say is that, you know, you could be a really good friend to somebody, but when you need a friend, you don't see anybody around. Whoever needs to hear that, don't keep giving and doing for anybody, whoever on this list, a friend, a family, a job, if you're not getting back the same energy. It can't be that way all the time, but you got to have somebody checking on you, asking if you're okay, showing you appreciation and gratitude. But I have a great director. Oh, I think I read that. Yeah, I did. Yeah, enjoy your life. Right. So I think that's something for myself. You got to find a way to deal with jealousy in life. For me, it's exercise or just being outside in nature, writing my poetry, um, working on my creative juices, expressing myself artistically. That helps me. But you have to find something so that you can get some of this stress off of you, because it will literally make you sick. It will make you feel like you're losing your mind, like you're crazy. Following behind other people will definitely make you feel like you're losing your mind and you're going crazy, and you're not. So you just continue to, be yourself. Don't let other people change you. Don't let life change you. One of the things that I had to determine for myself, that regardless of who is my friend, regardless of the people that I know in this life, family, what type of job I have, regardless of how much money I have, I had to determine for myself that I was going to be happy regardless of who liked me, regardless of what I had materially, regardless of where I worked, regardless of who likes me. I had to learn to like myself. Hey, Tamika, how are you? Welcome. Happy Wednesday to you. Hey, Tay, welcome. Happy Wednesday. I hope you all are doing good. I had to I had to figure out that stuff for myself. I spent a long time being miserable. Um, and it was the people who are around me that were making me miserable, you know? They're being jealous of me. They're being jealous of my life, jealous of the things that I have or the things that I'm doing. And they could get those same things too. But majority of people out there aren't going to do anything. They're just going to look at your life and try to tell you about your life, you know? Ultimately, they're jealous. They're lazy. They won't do anything. They're trying to tell you that how do you have this and how do you have that and why do you have this? And I feel like that this goes into talking about YouTube here. You know, this on this app. Let me start off with that. On this app of YouTube, this is YouTube, you broadcast your life. You share things that you like. Hey JW, how are you? Welcome. Happy Wednesday. And thank you everybody for liking the stream. Um where was I? Oh, yeah, talking about YouTube. Yeah, this app of YouTube, it is. You're broadcasting yourself. So, in that, certain people when they're broadcasting their life, it may not be your cup of tea. You may not like them. And also the same thing for you. Some people aren't going to like you. They're going to be jealous of you. They're going to judge you um, for what you're doing, what you're choosing to put on your channel. I'm doing good, James. How are you? And how is everybody in the chat? Um, People are going to be jealous of you on this app about the things that you put on here, or they're not going to like what you do. People will tell you how to run your channel, what kind of background you should have. For me, they've told me, you need to speak up. You need to speak louder. Well, this is my voice. This is my vibe. And I'm going to put on this channel what I like. And the ones that want to watch my content will watch it. And also, the people who I like is the people I support. And for me, it's just as simple as that. You can't burn out yourself on this app. While I'm definitely a person, I definitely believe in supporting other people, but I'm not going to support people at the cost of my channel being stagnant. Like, following behind, supporting every single person, you may not make any content. You may not do any live streams, you know? because they're going at this time and this person's going at this time. If you're sitting there supporting all of these people, when are you going to go live? When are you going to make your content and edit? When are you going to even find time for your own business, your own life, doing the things that you want to do? And I think, oh, thank you so much, James. Very much appreciated. Um, so yeah, this app of YouTube, it will really burn you out if you let it. You got to be careful with social media. You really do. You have to be careful about how much you're spending time on this app. You got to have a time where you cut it off and you live in the real world, live in the real life with your real family or the people that you really care about, because this app will drain you. It'll affect your mental health. It'll make you want to snap on these people. And I'm not trying to sound mean or nothing, but some people are not doing anything. They're not doing nothing with their life. And then they get mad at you because you are. So don't worry about these people on this app. Remember, this is a entertainment place. And people come here to be entertained. So true, Marlene. That's another reason I fell back from watching everyone, because my phone was building up with so much content that it was using up all my memory. Exactly. Um, that's something that I had to do too. I had to say, I'll support to a certain extent. Like if I can, and I'm not doing anything at the moment, or, I can have you on while I'm doing my thing, then I will. And it's also going to be people who support me. You support me, and I'm going to support you, but within reason. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to go to everybody's video, every single person's live stream. And people on this app will get mad and like snap on you. I don't see you on my videos. It's been a long time since you've been to my live stream. Well, I do have a life. And those of you who don't know, I have 5 YouTube channels, and trying to keep 5 YouTube channels active is a whole job in itself. But I'm doing it. I'm doing the thing. And I'm proud of myself. I'm a strong woman, uh, a very determined woman. My mother and my father made me strong. They gave me a hard work ethic. I don't depend on anybody else to support me. I'm just hoping that you know, one of these days, one of my channels will go viral and it can be my source of income. But until then, I still have to make other things happen in my life. You know, bills still need to be paid, houses still need to cleaned, housekeeping, cooking. You have to do some enjoying and some uh, self care and resting. Still got to do all those things too. So it's a lot of things that happen on this app. And it's a lot of people on this app that they'll really make you question a lot of things. There's a lot of people on this app. They'll make you really question, like, why am I even on this app? Like, I've had so many times where I just take my phone and just turn it off, because like this is ridiculous, some of the things. And I've never seen anything like this app of YouTube. You will be involved in something that you didn't even know you were in. Like, how am I involved in this? Like, how did I get wrapped up in this? And I'm just busy minding my own business. Marlene don't be in nobody business. But I get involved in business. You know, you get wrapped up in business sometimes by the people who you support. I'll say that too. You know, on this app of YouTube, you can be categorized by people just based on who you support. You know, if you as a person don't like who I support, then that's your problem. You know, everybody's an adult on this app. Let people support who they want to support. It's not my business if you support so on and so. And if I don't like them, no. There's some people on this app I definitely do not like. Hey, Roxanne, how are you? Welcome. It's some people on this app I definitely don't like. I don't care for them. They're not my cup of tea because of the things that they say, they do, the way they treat other people. But that's not my business who supports them. See, Marlene is in her lane doing things to keep her peace. What did I say, Leticia? You laughing at me? Welcome in, Roxanne. How are you doing today? Um, People will just on this app. It's stressful enough to make content and go live and edit. That's stressful enough, but all the tea that happens on this app, and this person is beefing with this person, and this person fall out, and you shouldn't talk to this person because I don't like this person. Let me tell y'all something. Marlene is going to support who Marlene wants to support. If you choose to not like them, then that's who you don't like. I'm going to support who I want to support. No, that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say about that. Everybody has to make a choice who they like on this app and who they don't. And when I choose to not support anybody, you know, that person, then that's how it's going to be. It's like on this app, people are controlling and they think because they don't like them, that because we're YouTube friends, then you shouldn't like them either. That's controlling. You said something about how people will not like you because you support someone they don't like. Reminds me of high school. It does. I'm just like, grow up, you know, grow all the way up. There's a lot of people on this app, and they're not even young people either. They're people who are like in their 40s, 50s, 60s, acting up on this app, you know, by the way they're treating other people, acting like they're 5 years old. It's ridiculous. It's no reason to be that way, you know? And if I see something like that, I just will block you and unsubscribe. I won't even say anything to you anymore. My peace is too important. Your peace is too valuable to let an app like this jeopardize your mental health. Mm. And people will think that they have the right. Let's talk about YouTube and this comment section, because that aggravates me. People will think, and I find it mainly on shorts. You'll make a short, and like people will just come out and drop out from the wherever they came from, come onto your short. Oh, I didn't like this and I didn't like that, and you shouldn't have done that, or you need better lighting, you need this, you need to do that. Well, how about you pay me? How about you give me the money? How about you buy me a new camera, a new microphone? You know, people say things and type things on their app on this phone that they would never say in person. It's a lot of people who hide behind the keyboard, and if they were in your face, they would never be strong enough to say what they just typed to you. You know, these people who are trolls. You know, that's a big problem right now. these people who are trolls. They come in and they're trolling your channel. They troll your chat. And a lot of times I do believe that people who are trolls are people who you know on this app. Somebody you may have fell out with, or somebody that, they don't like you because of whatever. They don't like you because of who you hang around with on this app. There's so many reasons, but I believe 100% that people who are trolling you on this app, they're content creators that you know, but they're not strong enough, they're not bold enough or courageous enough. If you're going to come at me and say something on my video live stream, why don't you go behind your real channel and say what you have to say? It's ridiculous. Grow up. A lot of people on this app really need to grow up. And that's the reason why I'm very careful about how much I put into this, how much I listen to it and believe. And I have to remind myself that this is just a social media and not real life, because some people will make you want to uh look up, look up their IP address and show up at their house, and give them a good old fashioned whoop down, whoop them up. They'll make you want to do that because of the things that they say. Just so rude, disrespectful, and judgmental when it doesn't have to be that. Yeah, I know. I know, James. Yep, all the time. And that's the reason why I say I block for my mental health. I hide people for my mental health because I don't even want to see your comment. Because just because you block people, it doesn't mean that they still won't either make another channel or be in the bushes listening. But I really don't care. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. The same thing for you content creators. Other people may not be your cup of tea, and you got to be strong and, don't go on your channel doing these rant videos because that's what they want. They want to have something to say. Oh, look what they said. And then they go back on their channel and say something, and then you say something. And it's a beef war. They're not worth it. Don't let other people break your mental health, because that's what can happen. And it all stems from jealousy. Jealousy is a terrible thing. Jealousy from your family. You never expect your family to be jealous of you, but it happens every day. And unfortunately, sometimes it causes some people to be unalived at the hands of their own family. When that jealousy happens, it brings anger, and yeah, it's all good, Tay. It's like the jealousy from the family. When family is jealous of you, it's like they're so angry, vindictive. They're going to do anything to make you lose your peace. Anything to so that they can have something to say, or that they can win and say, "Oh, look, like they're losing." They want you to lose that life. And it happens with friends. Just because people are in your face talking about they're your friend, those are the ones that you need to watch. Be careful who you share your hopes and your dreams with, because the people, just because they saying they love you and you're my friend, those are the main people who got a knife behind their back, ready to stab you in the back of yours. So pay attention to all them people, especially friends, because They will do some things, and especially the ones that don't have no mental health, you know? It's a lot of people, friends, family, YouTube, that they got some mental illness. Like it's some evil people. It's some world in general. Yes, Tay, definitely. Are we? We talking about them. The silverback gorillas, the ninja turtles, the edgeless. All of them. Exactly. And they be praying for your downfall. They want you to lose, especially when they see, your channel is growing. The numbers are rising, your views are rising. Like, if you want to have a successful channel, then how about you go and make some good content? Be a good person. Treat people good on this app. Maybe you'll get people to support you. But no, they troll you, and they talk about how your hair looks, what you're wearing, how you do your makeup, everything. Whatever it is that you do on your channel, they will always find something to talk about you for. But you got to be strong and just ignore them, block them. It doesn't mean they're going to stop watching your content, but hey, look at it as a thank you for the watch time. Yeah. Thank you for the watch time, haters. Appreciate it. And I got to say, just because people are jealous of you and don't like you, that doesn't mean that you're not a phenomenal person. People don't like when they can't break you. They don't like when your vibe is high, your energy is high, you have a positive attitude. They don't like that. They want you to be miserable like them because they don't have a friend, because they're not doing right, because they're not grinding and hustling to get their own money. You got to go after your own bag. You can't wait for other people to give it to you. It's people who will sit on this app all day long, begging people to send them cash apps, chimes, super chat, and PayPals, when they could be either going to a job or making their own business. Don't get mad at somebody else who is putting in the work, hustling and grinding. Yeah, don't get mad at people who are going after their dreams. Don't get mad at those who look good. Let's just say it like that. It's not my fault. You have your hair all over the place. And you don't get a new wig. You walking around and your face is jacked up. Put some work into yourself. Do some things to fix yourself instead of being jealous about somebody else. If you don't like your life, if you don't like how you look, then fix it. Work on yourself. Be happy with you. Yeah, praying for your downfall. Yep. Yeah, exactly, Tay. Stop pocket watching my channel. I just like, it's crazy. It's crazy. And I don't have no big channel. I don't have no big views over here or nothing. But I'm genuine. I'm real on all my channels. I don't want what somebody else has. I'm happy when other people are having successful channels. and they're doing their thing. I'm happy for other people, but I'm also not going to stop being myself. And I'm not going to stop working on my channels because one of them will be successful. I'm serious about that thing. But you can't stop other people from being who they are, being wicked and evil and mean and trying to do something so that you will go back and forth with them. And I found the best thing to do is to just ignore them. Just stay silent. Stay silent and ignore those people. You know, they're irrelevant. They're not going to pay any of your bills. They're not going to take care of you when you get in the hospital. They're not going to take care of your kids. They're not going to stop you from enjoying your life. They're not going to stop me from taking my vacations and enjoying myself. They're not going to stop me from doing my business and all of that. So if somebody like that is, you know, jealous of you, oh, let the Ninja Turtles and the Gorilla Silverbacks and the Edgeless and all of them, the squirrels. There's a lot of zoo animals on this app. I'm just saying. It's a lot of them. Yeah, if you want it, do the work. And that's what people on this app and life in general, they're not going to do any work, okay? They're not going to do any work, but they're going to be jealous of you and get mad because you got some success when they were sitting down, doing nothing, probably laying down, eating some food while you're out there hustling for 2 or 3 jobs. Tay. Oh, and yeah, and don't forget, and the glue box braids. Yep, the glue ends. You know, it's a lot of people on this app. I call it this. I call this app the zoo. It's all kind of various animals. It's some giraffes, some gorillas, but it's a whole bunch of wolves, and they will devour you if you let them with their jealousy. And don't let them stop you. Let the haters motivate you. Let those haters motivate you for you to go after and do the things that you want to, not just on this app, in life in general. You know, you get one life. So you should love that life and enjoy it. Um, I'm gonna put out a video tomorrow. I'm editing it now, but I had to take a little bit of a break from doing vlogs and focus on my mental health for a little bit. You know, when you're a content creator and you just keep making videos, and I think I've done over 100 vlogs in the past 6 months. And it may not seem like a lot to somebody who's not a content creator, but in the past 6 months, I've put out 100 vlogs, and that's a lot. Plus, doing life and having other channels, and I needed a bit of a break. I think by next week, I'm going to be ready to get back onto the regular routine of making some actual vlogs. But I had to take a little bit of a break and just go through life without a camera or a phone in my hand. Tay. Yes, the glue box braids. Hey Brad, how are you? Welcome. Happy Wednesday. I had to take a break, from social media for a little bit. I had to take a break from doing vlogs because putting all this energy, making the video, editing the video, uploading the video, and then when the video uploads, commenting back to people, and then repeat. No, this app is something else, and it's not just that. And then all of the the new guidelines from YouTube, and it, it's a lot when you have your own life and you're trying to make your business happen and you're trying to maintain your peace. Don't let people on this app jeopardize your peace. Yeah, you can't, Brad. Don't let don't let them don't let them wear you down. Don't let these people on this app bring you down either with their judgments, you know? And I'm going to say this and I'm going to put it to rest. Don't let these people who try to copy you, you know, every video you put out, the next, like a day or two, they put out the same type of video, the same title. I just get so tired of people being copycats. I never have understood that. I think because I'm such an artistic person. I love creating things. I love having new ideas. That is so easy for me to come up with an idea for content or a title. I don't have time to copy what somebody else does, but some people, I guess, all they do is sit down and see what other people are doing and then say, "Oh yeah, I'll do that too." It's all very exhausting. And I will tell you, it's not flattering to me. I'm not flattered when someone takes my content. And somebody said one time, I'm going to use that idea, saying they're going to take my idea, came in my life, say, I'm going to do this. And they said, you should be flattered. I'm not flattered. I'm not flattered to be copied. Yeah. Yes, Tay. Sometimes you do have to step away from social media and you got to take a little bit of a wee break and go have some fun. Get out there in the real life, in the real world, and experience life in real time without a camera or a phone, and just enjoy yourself. And being on this app, it's like when you have a camera with you all the time, it kind of takes away from you actually enjoying the experience 100%. And I have to do that sometimes. Just enjoy life. Don't bring a camera just so that I could be in the moment. There's some things that you want to capture because you want to remember it, but some things, let it just be something that you just have in your brain as your own personal memory. Imitation is the best form of flattery. That's how I learned to look at it, anyways, because my work was so impactful that someone else chose to copy it. Yeah, it's a form of flattery, but you know, when you're given a vision about something, um, and you come up with ideas, you write it down, you show how you know how you're going to execute it, you work on your thumbnail, your titles, keywords, all this, and then a day or two later someone has the same title. It's just exhausting, and you just feel to go on that video and say something, but I don't even do anything anymore. When I see things like that, I just go and report it. Girl, you'd be surprised. A lot of people are not creative. Well, I guess that's not something that I was thinking about. I'm very creative. I'm an artistic person. It's a lot of things I don't put on this app. But I'm an artistic person. I sing, I draw, I write lyrics. Uh, I do a lot of things. I motivate people. I write poetry. I'm a mentor. Uh, I'm an esthetician. Uh, I do a lot of stuff. I got about 3 or 4 more things besides that I do besides this YouTube. So I'm a busy woman. So when people generalize and say things, I was like, no, you may be limited in what you can do, but I don't allow myself to be limited. Hey, the word, welcome. I don't let myself be limited. How you doing, word? Welcome and happy Wednesday. Like anything else, hairstyles, clothing, sayings. Right. And that's why I always come up with my own sayings. Like every channel, I come up with something different. I have a saying for my motivational channel. I got a saying for this channel. I have a saying for my podcast channel. I have a saying for my relaxation channel. I also have a saying for my reviews channel, which if you guys have not already, my Marlene reviews channel, I'm completely changing the channel. It's not going to be Marlene reviews anymore. And I'm going in a different direction. So if you have not already, please go over and vote what you want to be on that channel. I'm going to get started in making the whole thing brand new banner, new intro, and start making some new content. So I'm excited for that one to get off the ground. Yeah. Leticia says, I know that I get some of my ideas from others, especially in learning how to edit. Well, that's awesome. See, that's a good thing. That's a good thing to learn from somebody else. But I'm talking about when you come up with an idea and as Geo says, those of you who don't know Geo, shout out to my YouTube bestie, Geo Vlogs H Town. We've been rocking and rolling as YouTube besties since 2019. Shout out to you, Geo. And she always has told me, you know, to go after my dreams. Enjoy the beach, word. Um, she always has told me to go after my dreams and don't let other people stop you from doing the things that you like and doing the things that you enjoy. Yeah. So don't let all these jealous people, people with a lack of imagination and creativity, people who come in with their jealousy, those people who troll you, leave nasty comments on your videos, people who tell you your channel will never make it. They don't like how you dress, the content you put on your channel. They try to control what you put on it. Remember, it's your channel. That's why it's called YouTube. You say what you want to broadcast on your channel. Don't let anybody tell you what to put on your channel. You got to enjoy the process. And I just wanted to do this stream to, get some things off my chest that maybe some things that you are going through too. Now, if some folks are taking everything from you, then that's some stalker like behavior. Yeah, Leticia, it's somebody on this app. Yeah. It's somebody on this app and it's not just one or two. It's been several of my content that they have one or two of them they've used the exact title, but other ones it's been basically the same thing, just turn around the words, and that's my content. But I always say the next level that I'm going to, you're not going to be able to duplicate this. See, like my mom used to always say, when you turn up your fire, there's nothing that can stop anybody else. How long have you had your first channel before you made a second? See, I came on YouTube in 2007 or 2008. I don't remember. But I was on YouTube before, like it used to be crazy back in 2007. It was wild. I mean, it used to be some stuff that would probably be like X-rated. I remember that. It was some very scandalous things on this app. It was wild. And you used to be able to be monetized on a channel after you got 10,000 views. So once you got 10,000 views, your channel automatically became monetized until they changed it to 4,000 views and 1,000 subscribers. So that's how it used to be. But I didn't become a content creator over on Marlene Motivates until 2017. Yeah, 2017. I think that's when I put up that first like motivational video. I think so, 2017. But I definitely have improved over there. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah, Leticia. I know that what you're saying about flattery, all of that, but I tend to think some people on this app is way more than, you know, just getting some ideas. Uh, it's okay. I'm just saying that when I elevate that channel, because I have somebody working with me right now that's going to help me put my channel on my next level. It's something that nobody is going to be able to duplicate. I'm just saying. I'm confident in that. That's what people don't understand. When you have a gift at something, people can copy you for a little bit until till you elevate and turn up that fire. When you turn up your fire and your power and your light and you pour it into that nobody can duplicate that. Nobody. Because what you have on the inside of you cannot be duplicated. I'm confident in that. So I just wanted to come on here, do a little Wednesday chit chat with you all, and talk about some jealousy and encourage all of you, those who are content creators, and those who aren't. You know, everybody experiences some type of jealousy. Uh, family, friends, job, YouTube, lots of things. You can't stop them from being jealous of you. All you can do is just be yourself, do you, keep grinding and hustling. Yeah, yeah, right, Leticia. They aren't living their own truth. People don't even know how to be themselves. They just look at somebody else and say, oh, that's what they're doing. Okay, I want that. One of those me too people. You want to do that? Oh, me too. Oh, you have that? Me too. So they don't have any individuality, no uniqueness, no imagination. That's them. So I thank you all so much for joining me today, and everybody who has supported me on this channel, Life with Marlene. This is a channel for Florida life. I vlog my Florida life. And when I get back on the program, it's Sundays and Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I upload videos. And on Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I go live and we chit chat about various topics. And y'all are always welcome. I appreciate all of your support. And this channel is just past the 2,000 watch hours. And I got to congratulate you all for that. Everybody who is supporting me, my buddies on Team Bill with Geo, thank you all so much. And all of you, my new acquaintances, Word, JW, Tay, Liz B, Tanya, Nate, Shay Love. I appreciate all of y'all for continuously supporting me. Neff, I appreciate all y'all. I'm finding a real set of people who are supporting me, just letting me be my crazy self. and I'm loving my life. And I hope when I get to the next level and this channel gets leveled up, I'm going to take y'all on the journey. So thank you for supporting me, and everybody who's going through something in your life. You have to make the determination about how you want to handle it. Are you going to choose to be joyful in your situation, or are you going to be negative? Don't let the haters, negative people, jealous people, backbiters take you down from who you are on the inside. Don't let nobody take away the love you have for yourself and stop you from using your gifts that belongs to you. Know your worth. I appreciate all of you gems. And if you're new to this channel, you're a new person to this channel, just discovered it, hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you. I think I'm 5 away from 1200. So this channel is growing, and it only happens because each of you. Thank y'all so much, and I hope you all have a great rest of your evening, and I'll see y'all in these YouTube streets. Oh, hey, Sharonda. I missed you coming in. Appreciate you stopping by. And everybody else, thank you so much for supporting me. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace, everybody.